So originally I was supposed to be putting up my second video on tools on Friday, but that didn't work out. So I decided I was going to go ahead and do a second video tonight, my third video on tools. If you want to see some of the other ones, check out my channel. The next tool I'm going to speak about is the Pentacle. And if you can kind of see this, there we go. So this is a silver pentacle, and I keep it on my altar. It usually collects a little bit of incense ashes for me, and I put those into a bottle and save them. And when it's not collecting that, I'm using it to represent the different elements that I'm drawing into myself and the different particular energy that this holds. There's carved leaves into it, so I really use it to represent the earth element, which is my element. And when I'm trying to really draw that into myself, I like to kind of point the top of the pentacle in towards me so that I can draw in that energy with it. I found this at a thrift store, and actually I might have found it at a vending event from like somebody who was selling thrifty type items. But you can make these yourself with just a little bit of clay. You can even make the clay yourself. So if you can't get to a craft store or you're really tight on money, you can make salt dough clay, and you make the clay and then you either air dry it or you cook it in the oven for like a couple of hours on the 200 degrees so that it really dries, because you don't want it to mold or rot or any of that, which it shouldn't, especially if it's preserved with salt, but you never know if you've got the recipe right. So most importantly to take from that is you want to make it yourself, or find one that you really particularly drawn to. I know somebody with a beautiful copper one, and so they can be really any range. You can make it out of clay, you can buy a silver one or a copper one, you can buy one made out of clay, you can buy one made out of wood, you can carve one from wood depending on your particular abilities. I don't trust myself in a wood shop. I would probably lose a finger. So it's really up to you and your abilities. You can find them at thrift stores. You can find them at different pagan stores. It's going to be harder to come by them at thrift stores, though. So you might be better off finding a pagan store near you or looking up one online if you really wanted one similar to mine. And I hope this was helpful, and have a good night.